Hey guys, welcome to another video of Smite. Today we're going to be playing with Ao Kuang. For people new to Smite, Ao Kuang is a mage, even though in my opinion he should be labeled as an assassin. I'll explain more about that later. We will be playing Clash. The build I will be showcasing can be used in Clash, Arena, and Assault. I don't recommend this build for Conquest due to the longevity of Conquest matches. Ao Kuang is a powerful burst mage, and I will be showing his burst potential as well as a set build that works for most cases. So, out the start of the gate, we'll be using Vampiric Shroud and Boots. Vampiric Shroud is used to keep you in lane due to Ao Kuang's bad lane clear. He's just not as good at clearing minions like most of his mage counterparts. This item will give you an extra 75 health with 5% lifesteal, 15 physical protection, and 15 magic power out the gate. So playing with Ao Kuang can be a bit tricky due to his build and abilities all boiling down to engagements and knowing when to strike. Ao Kuang's ult ability allows him to execute an enemy god at 30% health or less threshold mark, which makes him valuable in the early game to finish off enemy gods that are weakened. As you can see with my abilities, I built up Wildstorm or ability 3 first. This is your bread and butter for lane clear. As I said before, Ao Kuang is a burst mage that just doesn't have the lane clear potential of other gods. So we finish up our boots and move on to building Hastened Ring. This item is important because it gives Ao Kuang the ability to attack with no move speed debuff when he basic attacks for 6 seconds. This is critical to his burst potential when he starts attacking.
Nice job. Hi.
A lot of people should know this already, but Ao Kuang early game should always go for weaker enemies that are on the verge of dying at first if their teammates can't finish the kill.
On my way.
So now that Hasten Ring is obtained, it's time for Lifesteal. But not just any Lifesteal, or something as obvious as Bancroft's Talon. No, we're going to build towards Typhon's Fang. With Typhon's Fang, you gain the magic power needed as well as mana and lifesteal, but the thing that makes Typhon so deadly is the passive 30% increase to lifesteal for your items, which you will get later with another item that we will pick up at the end. Here's an example of that burst potential that I was going on about. Look at how we melt the knee.
You have slain an enemy. All of my teammates are trolls.
A tip to using Ao Kuang is it's best to power up his Dragon Call and Wildstorm abilities first. This gives you the most bang for your buck. Your Water Illusion ability is mostly used for escapes and ambushes. So going back to the fountain here, we're going to finish up our lifesteal with Typhon's Fang. To ambush, we use Water Illusion first, then activate Dragon Call, then basic attack. If an enemy god gets away, activate Dragon Call again to shoot out a dragon that slows down your enemy by 30%, then finish them off. One thing to be mindful of your ultimate ability or execution move, it can be blocked by 2 relics, called Aegis Amulet and Purification Beads. A tip to dealing with both relics is to just keep basic attacking if you're unsure as to if they still have the relics available to use or if they're on cooldown. As you can see, the Sasano still had Purification Beads thinking we were going to execute them. For our next item, we're going to build Gem of Isolation. This item makes enemies who have great escape moves easier to cling onto until death. It provides the plus 90 magic power, as well as 200 health and 10% crowd control. But the passive is what we're here for. It makes enemies hit by your damaging abilities 20% slower for 1 second. Now you may be thinking, is 1 second a big deal? But I'm telling you, it can be once you use it in harmony with your Dragon Call basic attack.
Oops. Save yourself. True love strong.
Once you get to late game, Vampiric Shroud shouldn't be used anymore. Instead, we're going to replace it with Demonic Grip. This increases the attack speed as well as magical power and the great passive of reducing your target's magical protection by 10% for 3 seconds. That stacks at a max of 3. So potentially, if you did the math, that means 30% magical protection is taken off of your target as you basic attack. Now, here's where we hit a crossroads. You can go with Demonic Grip or Ring of Haket. Some would argue that Haket is better. I say choose what makes the build work for the situation. The last item to buy for the build should be Polynomicon. This item in conjunction with Typhon's Fang and all the other effects gives you the burst potential we discussed. Always remember, you're not immortal and don't overextend. I got a little ahead of myself and I died
I
here.
was reading chat.
Fortunate. Good game. Right back. Good ones. Good enemy.
To show that my build is not a fluke and that it works, I'm going to show my damage, my kills at the end, and cue another match.
A dragon's wrath is terrible to behold.
So again, out the gate, Vampiric Shroud and Boots. Again, Ao Kuang's burst potential is very high. Had the Uller not had purification beads, he would have been executed here. Two things I did fail to mention is that after Ao Kuang executes an enemy god, he does get a heal percentage for eating said god depending on the level of his ultimate abilities. He also can land at any target location of his choosing within a certain radius on the map.
That was nice.
This can be used for a quick escape or to target another god, crashing down upon them causing damage.
Trips. Poggers.
This right here is why I call him an assassin instead of a mage. One of the most fun things you can do as Ao Kuang is lay in wait to pounce on unsuspecting gods returning to the fountain.
Howdy.
Do you have any answers?
With a little bit of practice and playtime, Ao Kuang can be a fun god for anyone to just pick up and use. He does take some time to get used to, but he is very fun to play. He's had some serious reworks in the past due to his passive being changed twice. I say he can be a great addition to any matches team.
Poggers.
Thou hast served well. I am the first.
We finished this match 11-5 and 38k player damage. Not bad.
Is mine own.
But hey, that's it from me guys. If you found the video entertaining and informative, be sure to like my vid, drop some comments on what kind of build you think is good for him, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
Hey Tony, we know you a gamer. Keep it authentic and super entertaining. Got me yelling, hey Tony, now it's time to get it. Got the chat hype, hey, you don't wanna miss it. Yeah, hey Tony, I just had to check it. I heard you a boss and a beast with FPSs. Always keep it lit and so live. I just had to hit the subscribe. Tell your friends, come on and vibe. Hey, this is what you gon' like. Woo! Hey Tony.